Welcome to the Jamaica Funk Show with KT on Spreaker.com. Well, welcome and good evening, guys, to the Jamaica Funk Show. I'm KT. I'm your host this evening, and we got a great show for you this evening. But before I tell you about the show, I want to talk about, first of all, I want to send my prayers out to the people in California, in the state of California. It's like the state of California is on fire. It is on fire. It is burning up. And I send my prayers out to those people. I mean, wow, we had so many catastrophic events going on here in America in less than 60 days. And so my prayers go out to them. If there's anything that we can do, please let us know. But, God bless those people and God help those people. Also, did you check out our vice president going to the Cavaliers game and only staying there long enough before the anthem, the national anthem, is even played, because I guess he just didn't want to be there when the guys take their knees, in protest of the violence that has been perpetrated in the black community or on people of color or people of certain religious backgrounds. And I just think it is so crazy that he would have the audacity to fly in to a football game, and it cost the taxpayers, get this, $250,000 for his little in and out escapade. So it's like, why do we have to be the ones that foot the bill? $250,000 could have went towards Harvey or towards Irma or towards Maria. Those people, they need the money. And here he is frivolously flying around the country, and spending money that could be better spent in other places. So that kind of pissed me off. And so I had to say something about that. But anyways, tonight we have a good show, a great show, not a good show, but a great show. We have Dr. Shola. Now, I'm going to pronounce her name correctly now. It is Ezeokoli. She is not only a medical doctor, but she's a writer and a life coach. And we're going to be talking about relationships this evening, amongst other things. So I'm looking forward to, chatting with her and just interviewing her and finding out, what's her take on some things. Also, we have some poetry and we have some reggae music with a touch of soul. So without any further ado, I'm going to let you all get ready to listen to some reggae music, because we don't have that much time this evening, and ain't no sense in spending all that time on me talking to you right now. So I want you to sit back, relax, grab that last piece of jerk chicken and whatever it is that you're drinking, and let's get ready for some show enough, mama, shut your mouth, reggae music. Well, Irie Mon.
Call after. Make me a snack, please. Give me my juice after. My love. I will walk you to the beach. I will swim you around. We will have some fun. We will have some fun. I will take you places, fancy places, expensive places, to a restaurant. My love, my love, my love is sweeter than chocolate and more. My love is sweeter than diamond and pearl. My love, my love. Yes, I want to hug you. Yes, I want to love you. Yes, I want to play with you. Yes, I want to play with you. My love. So I want to see you every day of my life. So I want to see you every day of my life. My love, my love, my love, my love is sweeter than diamond and pearl. My love.
Man, that was some burning spear with sweeter than chocolate. So you're listening to the Jamaica Funk Show, and I'm KT. I'm your host this evening. And tonight we have the privilege to have someone I respect a great deal, who is a 5-time author, and she is a best-selling author. She is a medical doctor as well as a certified life coach. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give it up for Dr. Shola Ezeokoli. Did I say that right, Dr.
Hi,
Shola?
this is KT.
Yes, you certainly
Did you
Thank
know
you very
that the
much for having
Jamaica
me on
Funk
the show.
Show?
All right. Wait a minute. I went to hit the applause. Sorry about that, guys, and hit the wrong button. So hey, forgive me. So, Dr. Shola, thank you for joining us this evening, first of all. And second of all, can you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself?
Okay, how much time have you got?
Well, that's all right.
So about me.
You start rolling. I'll tell you when to stop.
All right, that works. My name is Shola Ezeokoli. I am a medical doctor, and recently I've branched out from the regular practice of medicine to concentrating on other things, such as my life coaching business, author coaching, motivational speaking, and book writing.
All right. And you've written 5 books, correct?
Yes, I've written 4 books and an audiobook.
Okay. Well, audio book. That's right in the book.
Okay.
Take your credit, girl.
Okay, thank you. I'm taking 5 books.
Thank you. So, the book that I have now, I have one of your books,
Okay.
which is Staying Married. What are some of the other books before we get into this one? Because I want to get into this one a little bit. But what are the other books outside of Staying Married?
Okay. My first book is titled His Delight, 31 Days of Praise and Worship. It's a Christian devotional on praise and worship. And that actually became a bestseller on Amazon in December of 2015. My second book is titled Poetry. That stands for Poems by Shola. It's a mixture of Shola and poetry, Poetry. My third book is titled You Are the Best You. It's a book for kids aged 5 to 8 to teach them how to love themselves just the way they are. And of course, there's a book that I co-authored with my husband called Staying Married, and 7 Key Strategies You Cannot Do Without. And last but not the least, the audio book, which is my latest baby, is titled 50 Tips for Life Mastery, Balance, and Success.
Okay. So, what part of the medical profession were you in, Dr. Shola, when you were practicing?
I am an intern. I am an internist. I'm still an internist.
Okay.
Even though I'm not practicing, I'm internal medicine. So I see, adults, no children, no pregnant women, just adult medicine.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, I want to jump into Staying Married, 7 Keys You Cannot Do Without.
Yep.
7 key
Let's
strategies, go. That is. So,
yeah.
And it's guys, it is a easy read. It is a quick read. Really, it is. I read this book in about an hour.
Yeah.
I think it was about an hour. Yeah, it's about 41 pages. But 41 pages of some good stuff. So, the first thing I came upon, it says, be quick to forgive because you will have many opportunities to be offended.
That is right.
And why do you say that, Dr. Shola? I mean, I got a sense of it, but tell everybody why you say that.
Okay, so let's be realistic, right? Mm-hmm. Hollywood paints this picture of, the marriages you see when we watch the movies are marriages where nothing ever goes wrong. Sex is always perfect. No one ever, does anything bad to the other. No one ever hurts their spouse. That's where we come up with things like, love means never having to say I'm sorry. Oh, please. If those things actually work, the people who asked them wouldn't be going back home to their 7th wife or 7th husband, right? Mm-hmm. So let's look a little bit deeper to the reality. Marriage is, when you strip it to its bare bones, of course we're in love, we have emotional connection, we have purpose together, we have a similar worldview, but just the nuts and bolts of 2 human beings learning to live with each other, it takes work. And unless one has, one shouldn't go into marriage with a false sense of reality that, if this person loves me, they'll never do anything to hurt me. I'll never be offended at them. Everything they're going to do is going to be perfect. That's just simply not true. Just the nuts and bolts of 2 people having to learning to live together, 2 adults. So you didn't grow up with this person, This is someone who's fully formed with their ideas, and you're fully formed with your ideas. Coming together to do life together, there's bound to be a bit of friction. But, as long as it's not things that endanger you physically, emotionally, mentally, you can pretty much work through a lot of things if you have the mindset to, this person, I'm going to do my best to be a great forgiver and not hold any grudges. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and speaking of having not grown up with people, even when you grow up with people, there's bound to be some friction.
Exactly. who hasn't had a knockdown drag out to their sibling?
Well, my daddy used to say, teeth and tongue may bite one another, but they don't put one another out. So even teeth and tongue have fights, because sometimes you bite your tongue. So I read another part, and it says, it is amazing how people would rather see their marriage go down the drain than to see a counselor, to get or to go to a marriage seminar or read a couple of books. And that is so true.
Yes.
Yes,
it's true.
I was watching the show Queen Sugar earlier today. And the young man, Ralph Angel, that's his name. He's getting married to his son's mother, and his auntie Vi suggested that they go and talk to a marriage counselor before they get married. Well, I mean, he just got all bent out of shape when his bride to be said to him, I think that's a good idea. Why don't we go see a marriage counselor? And he replied, can't nobody tell me how to be married, especially if they ain't married themselves. I'm like, wow, okay, you want to get married. So
yeah, the thing is that we've bought into this societal myth that as long as we're quote unquote in the love, our marriage will work out. It's not true. It really is. My pastor always likes to say, hey, shout out to Pastor K of Kingsword and Pastor Dr. of Kingsword International Church. My pastor likes to say things. I've heard him say that marriage is a school where they give you the certificate before you start the program. Everywhere you go, you've done the program, then they give you a certificate. They give you a diploma. In marriage, it's the other way around. So think about it. All of us are coming with our preconceived notions, what we believe love is, which may or may not be right. It's just the same way you wouldn't start a business without, learning about business, or you wouldn't say, oh, you know what, I want to be a doctor and just, get a scalpel and start chopping people up. You go to medical school. In marriage, you need information to help your marriage. People think that love is enough, and they don't bother to even go and get the information. And when they do find themselves running into a spot of trouble, they just sort of think, well, love will make a way. And if love doesn't make a way, it means that, oh, we're not meant to be together. Whereas there's some people who all they need is someone to tell them it's going to be okay. Or someone to tell them this is normal. Or someone to tell them, oh, just do this, and everything will be fine. So, it's good. And my husband and I have had the opportunity to mentor people's marriages and, help them through difficult times. Our major area of concentration is on people who are about to get married. Because, I don't know, I find that people like that are kind of more receptive and open.
Because they haven't gotten to the point where they are defensive. Once you entered into the bounds of marriage, you think somebody's going to take the other one's
side.
The other one's side, exactly. And so you find yourself being defensive, and so you don't want to go to find out that maybe you are, a little misguided in your thinking. And there's nothing wrong with being a little misguided in your thinking. Just be open to someone being able to show you that you're misguided, so you can go down in the right direction. So I got another one, which I really like. Don't go to bed angry. I think that is just some of the most valuable advice, and it says here, the Bible tells us not to let the sun go down or not to let the sun set on our anger. Take responsibility for initiating a resolution to conflicts.
Yes. So, conflict arises in every marriage. But what my husband and I have resolved personally, and we advise our couples to do, is to do your best to work out issues and not go to bed angry with each other. Sometimes, and it takes a bit of finesse with life and life mastery to be able to shelve. Sometimes you're going through some stuff and it's not going away with one conversation, but you have to be able to skillfully separate the person you are married to from the issues that are going on in the marriage.
Yeah.
So that even if you're still working through an issue, because let's face it, there's no magic wand that says, oh, you know what, if you have an issue by the end of the day, it's going to be resolved. So even if it's not yet resolved, you're like, you know what, we will table this for tonight. We'll table this for tonight. We can continue it the next day when we're maybe feeling a little calmer or something, but we're not going to bed. We're not going to go to bed fussing and fighting with each other tonight.
Yeah, because you might not wake up. Your mate might not wake up, and you wish, heck, that you had at least been sweet to them that night before, because you don't know. You just don't know what can and cannot happen. So it does make sense to not go to bed angry. And then another thing you said is that that anger can cause not only stress, but it can cause health issues.
Yes. Unresolved conflict leads to stress. Unresolved conflict leads to resentment, which can lead to stress. So it builds up and builds up and builds up. You find people getting,
sick,
heart problems.
Yeah.
And
ulcers.
And stress-related hypertension.
And even cancer.
Because there's so much resentment in the marriage that has built up over time.
Yes. Yeah. They even say some cancers are caused by that resentment, that uncommunicated communications.
Yep.
So I think this book is really there are some really great points in this book. The last thing that I went over, and that was I wanted to talk about. Let me get it. Honesty, being honest. That how people treat honesty, and you made a point when you were saying how a wife could ask her husband, "Do I look good in this dress?" Or does this dress make me look fat? Or, husband says, how's the meal? Is the meal good? And, she want to say no, got too much pepper in it. but that's really, I think those are some really great points to bring out how we really need to learn how to talk to one another and be able to say what's real, but be able to say it gently and lovingly versus, being cruel and mean.
Yes, exactly. Bitter, and it doesn't all have to be the bitter truth, It can be the sweet truth.
Absolutely.
We don't have to be mean. We don't have to be mean to be truthful. And that's why I gave those examples, because the thing is, if you start lying to your spouse, you start a cascade of lies.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
For example, like the example I gave in the book of the husband who made the food that had so much pepper in it. She eats it. It has so much pepper. She's like, her eyeballs are nearly falling out. And she's like, how's the food? And it's like, oh, very nice. The next time, what's going to happen? He's going to cook the food just like the way he made it the last time. And she's going to be subjected to all that pepper. So at what point are you going to tell him the truth? So maybe after, 3 years of eating that food, you're like, oh, don't you know it's too much pepper? And you know what happens in that instance?
You explode.
Call into question everything you've ever said, everything you've ever done, and everything you will ever do. It calls into question your very integrity. Not only
that, but your mate will wound up exploding. You'll wound up exploding because you just get so fed up with, this food tasting like it is, where you will explode and you will say things that you that you wouldn't say.
You never imagined you would say.
Absolutely, if you just had told the truth,
Exactly.
and told it gently. So Dr. Shola,
Yes, ma'am.
can you switch hats and give us a piece of poetry?
Okay, since we're talking about marriage, I'm going to read a little from one of my poems called Our Love from the book Poetry. Okay. Our love. We walk hand in hand across the sands of time, sharing, strengthening, supporting, moving ahead towards our destiny. We dance cheek to cheek across the dance floor of experience, growing, gaining, giving life our all, twirling to the songs of our hearts. We laugh loud and long at the comedies that life brings, relaxing, playing, going on new adventures, and chuckling at our own private jokes. We pray heart to heart as our spirits unite in Him, solemnly, deeply, in faith to God, supplicating for His will in our lives. We live day by day, our love getting stronger. Two people joined as one since the day we said I do. Just like thunder and lightning, fire and ice, wind and wave, yin and yang. This is our love.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. Let's give you some applause. No, thank you. We're going to take a quick break here and get some commercials in, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Hi, this is KT. Did you know that the Jamaica Funk Show comes on 3 nights a week? Tuesdays, where we interview ordinary people doing extraordinary things in their life and or their community at 8:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. And Wednesdays for Black History Wednesday, where we share an extraordinary story of a person of color's life. 9:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, and on Thursdays for Reggae Dance Hall Party with a touch of soul. So listen in on Spreaker.com/Jamaica Funk Show or iHeartRadio and search Jamaica Funk Show. Well, Irie Mon. You're listening to the Jamaica Funk Show with KT. Well, Irie Mon.
So, guys, I'm here. This is KT. You're listening to the Jamaica Funk Show. And tonight, our guest is Dr. Shola Ezeokoli. Come on, help me out.
Ezeokoli.
Ezeokoli. Dr. Shola's got one of those names that is, it's got its little twists and its turns in it, and I just don't want to mess it up, even though I already have. So, Dr. Shola, tell us about the balancing. It's your life coaching program.
Balance with Dr. Shola is the name of my company, and I offer life coaching services to professionals who want to find balance in their life, hence the name Balance with Dr. Shola. I also have a signature author coaching program in which I help people bring their books from scribbles to bestseller on Amazon. So that's sort of where a lot of my energy is focused on right now. And I have clients from all walks of life. I mean, my clients are from, professional doctors to CEOs to entrepreneurs. Everybody needs balance in their life. No matter how, any way you slice it or dice it, everybody needs balance in their life.
Yes, yeah, that's very true. Give our listeners a little tidbit. I know you can't give them a lot, but give them a little tidbit about why they want to birth that book, why they want to get that book out of them.
Okay, so everybody has a story, and everybody's voice is unique. And a lot of people say, well, I'm not a writer. Look, as long as you can tell a story, these days there are so many ways to bring whatever dreams and whatever imaginations, whether it's fiction or non-fiction, whatever you have, there's so many ways to bring it to print. And I believe that, this is my personal belief, again, I'm biased because I'm an author and I pretty much write things for as far as I can remember, but I really believe that everybody has a book in them, and I believe everyone has a book in them because everyone has a unique story that will bless somebody else. You see? And for some people, your book will be your business card. Your book will be the key to you getting speaking engagements, to you getting other work. It may not necessarily be the book in itself. From your book, you can develop courses. From your book, you can develop, topics for speaking engagements. I certainly used my book to get topics for speaking engagements. And it's so important, I think, that everyone tells their story. And now we don't have permission to publish our book. Back in the day, you have to find a literary agent and a publisher and all that. But now, with self-publishing, you can publish your own book and tell your own story and bless so many people. If I had been waiting for a publisher to pick me up, I wouldn't have told my story by now. But yet, look at my book. It became a bestseller on Amazon. If you check out the reviews, so many people get blessed. I mean, all the books I've written, and right now I have another book in the works called The Balanced Marriage, which my husband and I write together. So, look out for that. Yes. And I just want to help other people who want to write books because there's so much information out there. A lot of it is information that some is good, some is bad, some is ugly. So, you see, I have made all the mistakes in the self-publishing world. I have pretty much made all the mistakes, and I've developed processes that work. So I really believe everyone should write their story. You have a story in you. It's going to bless somebody, and it will lead to you further walking in your purpose.
So, Dr. Shola, tell people if they want to get your books, they want to contact you, tell them how they can contact you.
The easiest way is through my website. Now, because my website has, through my website, you can send me email, you can read blog posts, you can join my Facebook group, you can see my Facebook page, my YouTube, my Twitter. My website is www.sholashade.com. That's my first name and my second name, sholashade.com. And from there, that's like my little piece of the internet. So from there, you can sign up for programs, you can book a session with me, you can send me email, you have any questions, like, okay, what it's all about, you want to, start a conversation. The best place to start is my website, www.sholashade.com.
All right, so listen, guys, first of all, thank you, Dr. Shola, for being with us this evening. I really enjoyed you. Thank you. Oh, we must do this again. And don't worry. I keep my word. I will keep my word. But thank you so much for coming and sharing with us, and just giving us some information that I know a lot of people need to hear, especially married people. Sometimes just words can be heavenly. Sometimes for the right people, it's God's. And so hopefully we've helped somebody out there. Hey guys, listen, when we have a good time just seems to fly. So,
yes, it does.
Yes, it does. So I just want to say, without you, there is no Jamaica Funk Show. So I just want to say thank you for joining me this evening, and come back again tomorrow for Black History Wednesday. And with that, may God bless you. Well, Irie Mon.
Thank you.
Everyone falls in love sometimes. Sometimes it's wrong, and sometimes it's right. Forever every win, someone must fail. But there comes a point when we exhale, yeah, yeah. Say, shoot, 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 baby, do, shoot, shoot, baby. All you gotta do is say, shoot, baby, shoot, baby. My love now. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. Life never tells us the winds are wise. When you've got friends to wish you well, you'll find a point when you will exhale, yeah, yeah. Say, shoot, 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 baby, shoot, 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 baby, shoot, shoot, baby, shoot, baby, shoot, say shoot, say shoot, say shoot, baby, say shoot, say shoot, baby, shoot, they do. Oh, hearts are often broken when there are words unspoken. In your soul there's answers to your prayers. If you're searching for a place you know, a familiar face, somewhere to go, you should look inside your soul. You're halfway there. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. Life never tells us the winds are wise. But when you've got friends to wish you well, you'll find your point when you will exhale. Say, shoot back, shoot back, shoot back, shoot back, shoot back, shoot back. Feels alright. You can say, oh, shoot, baby.
Boy, Mr. Brown.
All right,
Boy, Mr. Brown.
all right. I said, whoa, Mr. Brown. I come to check your data, yeah.
Boy, Mr. Brown.
Now you may not think it is true, yeah, but I'm related to you.
Boy,
All
Mr.
right.
Brown.
Now she told me, Mr. Brown, anytime I could pass by, yeah.
Boy, Mr. Brown.
And since I'm in your town tonight, I said I might as well give a try. Let me tell you why. Over the past months we've been going steady. You can't stop it again, cause it happened already. So please